Hi, Abby here to let you know that you can now save reports in Lens. In the past, you could create a polished monitoring report, but you only had the option to save it as a PDF to your computer or print it. That meant that if you wanted to go back later and edit something in your report, you had to start over. But now it's easier than ever for you and your team to make changes to reports without losing your work. Here's an example report. So I might want to modify any of these fields. I could change the title, I could change the description, the team name, date, anything. I've already added a smart summary to this report, and I can continue to edit that if I want to. On the second page, we have a property overview, and I can make choices like which scene I'd like to view in the property overview page, or I can add a secondary property overview page to compare two different points in time. And then each note that's included in my report gets its own page as well. In this case, the note title has a description appended based on the note tag, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. And I can also zoom in or out. So in this case, I want to demonstrate that the right-of-way is cleared of trees. So I might want to zoom in a little bit further to make that very explicit. I'll go ahead and save that. And I can also exclude certain notes from the report. So say this isn't necessarily relevant for the audience I'm creating my report for. So I can exclude that using this eyeball icon here. Once I've made all the changes that I want to make and my report looks good, I can click this new floppy disk icon at the top here to save a report to Lens. It's going to prompt me to enter a name for this report and save it. Great. If I pop back over to Lens, I can see in my reports pane that example report that we saved just now, as well as any reports that have been created by me or my team in the past. This will display the initial author of the report, as well as the creation date and time, as well as if any updates have been made, we'll be able to see who on my team made those updates and when. If I want to go ahead and reopen this report, I can click on the card here and pick up right where I left off to continue making changes. There's now two ways to create a report in Lens. The first way is from the reports pane here. I can click create a report at the top. I can make any choices about which date range to include in this report, any note tags if I want, for example, to only include notes that are related to infrastructure or vegetation management, and then click this blue button to create a report with however many notes apply to these filters. The second way I can create a report is from the notes pane. So here's my notes pane. It's got all of the observations that me and my team have made on this site. And then several of these notes have a note tag. This is just one way to stay organized. So when you're creating a note, for example here, you can go in, you can customize the note tags that are relevant in this portfolio, and you can add them here as well as a description of anything you're seeing on the site. Any changes I want to make to this view will then be captured in a report that I create from here. And I can do that with this shortcut up at the top that says create a report with notes shown here. Give it a whirl and let us know what you think.